everyone, CFL Park Hopper here at SeaWorld's Aquatica. And as you can see behind me, Ray Rush is opened. It's the first day of it being open here at the park. And we're gonna check it out. Let's go. Okay, so Ray Rush shares the same entrance as Walhalla Wave. These are both family raft rides. Walhalla Wave is the one closest to us. It's the blue one here. Ray Rush is on the other side, so I'm gonna walk around to the exit so you can actually see the ride. Okay, so this is Ray Rush. It has the blue and green slide. It has the big fanned out part. And it's a lot of fun. It's kind of what I would call medium thrill. So it's not super intense by any means. Okay, so Ray Rush is the one on the right. It's the blue and green slide with the big fanned out part in the middle. It is about a medium intensity water slide. It's not super intense. I'd say the fanned out slide Hanu at Volcano Bay is much more intense than this is. This is much more family friendly and it's really fun. You go through 3 different parts. One part is this round ball. You can kind of see it all the way off to the side over there. And it turns your raft around in the ball. And then you go into the fanned out part. And then you come down this tube at the end and it's kind of like disco lights are going on. So there's a lot of great components to Ray Rush. It's a really neat ride. Come check it out when you're here at Aquatica. The Walhalla Wave, which is the slide right next to it, is also a family raft ride, but it's just kind of your regular, ordinary raft ride. It has enclosed parts and outclosed parts. So there's nothing, no neat features like the fan slide or stuff that turns your raft around, things like that. But it's also a good ride. So a little tip for you as I'm walking along here. I got here at the rope drop, which means that I was in the park by 9 a.m. when it opened. I already put my stuff in a locker and was standing waiting for them to open the rope to come down the sidewalk to Ray Rush. And I was one of the first people to get on this morning. And for that first hour from 9 to 10, after I rode Ray Rush, I was able to ride almost every single other water slide in the park, and some of them twice. And then I came back to Ray Rush at 10. So a whole hour later, I had done everything in the park. And then I waited in line with people probably for another hour to ride it. So just a heads up, if you can get here at rope drop, you'll probably have a great time getting on and then seeing some other stuff. I wanted to show you their kiddie area, which is right next to Ray Rush. I think Aquatica has one of the best kiddie areas in any of the Orlando water parks. This thing is massive, all kinds of slides, all kinds of splash things to get wet. And it's a great time. And the adults can get right in there with the kids and have fun with your children. And your parents are allowed to go down the slides as well. So that's really great for you to be able to hang out with your kids in their kiddie area. It's called Walkabout Waters. Well, let's keep coming down the path and show you some of the other slides and features that they have here at Aquatica. Okay, next up is Tumata Racer. This is the mat slide. And here they're coming down the hill. This is a really fun mat slide. You start at the top and the first half of it is an enclosed tube and then you have a really big hill to come down at the end. So this is a lot of fun, Tumata Racer. If you're a mat slide fan, check this out here at Aquatica. I think one of my favorite things here at Aquatica is the Rapid River. And here you can ride along wearing a life jacket and just float along and let the current take you. Or you can swim without a life jacket and let the current take you. I find it fun to put the life jacket on even though I can swim and just float on down the Rapid River. So this is a lot of fun, something I love to do here at Aquatica. Now if you have really small kids, they have another kiddie area. This one's a little bit more calm than the other one. They have little wading and splash areas and a little bit smaller slides. And they have some other slides in the back too. But if you have really young kids, this would be a good place to start out before heading to the other area. Next up is Ihu's Breakaway Falls. These are 3 drop slides at the top of that staircase. You get into the capsule and the floor drops out and you slide all the way down with Ihu's Breakaway Falls. They do have one slide up there that is not a drop slide. It's just a dark tube so you can put yourself down it. So if you like the enclosed tube slides but you don't want to do the drop, you can do that one. So I'll get a little closer so you can see the slides. Here's another view of the slides. The purple one over here is the one that's not a drop slide, where you can just put yourself down in. But the other three have the capsule. You can see the green capsule at the top. And you come down at the bottom. Right next to Ihu, they have two side-by-side wave pools. And the neat thing about the side-by-side wave pools is that one will be going with waves. I can see the far side one has waves going right now. And the other one will be calm. So if you like waves, you can be in the pool with waves. And if you don't like waves and just want to be chilling in the water, you can be doing that. Only problem is if you only like one or the other, you'll have to keep getting out and switching pools based on which one's going. But, you know, you get a little bit of both worlds there. They have a nice, beautiful beach area where you can get some chairs. It is raining today, so it is gray and wet and not as crowded. It is also May, so the summer crowd hasn't quite hit yet. So my little tip that I gave you about Ray Rush may not be true in the summer, in June and July, when the crowds start coming and when it's hot and sunny out. You may not get to ride every other ride within the first hour after you rope drop Ray Rush, but you may still get lucky. I think there's still a good chance. I think everyone will be headed to Ray Rush first thing in the morning. And if you can just be a little bit ahead of a lot of them, that'll just get you into the park and see and everything else a little bit quicker. So just keep that in mind. Or what you could do is if everybody's running to Ray Rush, you could go ride everything else. And then when all you have left to do is Ray Rush, like I did after an hour of riding everything else, then you don't mind waiting an hour in line because you've ridden everything else. So hope that gives you some good tips for the summer coming up. Next up are two of my favorite slides, Wanu Way and Omakaraka. Omakaraka is over here to the right. These are single rider slides. And the Wanu Way is either a two-person slide or a one-person slide. Either way, you're riding a double tube, but you can ride it by yourself. I'm gonna come over here so you can see the slides. These four slides coming into this pool are Wanu Way. Here come some people down the slide. And I'll tell you, these things go fast. The blue and the green slide mirror themselves, and the yellow and the pink mirror them. So you can ride one of each color. Pink, I rode pink and green, and they're two different slides, and then blue and yellow would be two different. If you ride blue and green, you're gonna get the same slide. If you ride pink and yellow, you're gonna get the same slide. I hope that helps you understand what I'm saying. The ones above those funnels that are the purple and the green, that is Omakaraka. And those funnels are little triangle shaped parts of the slide that actually turn your raft around. So you're in a little single tube by yourself, but you will turn around in those triangles about 3 times. And then the rest of the tubing, you could be going backwards. Then on the next triangle, you might flip around and then you're going forward. So it's always a thrill on Omakaraka. You never know which way you're going. It's a lot of fun. So I enjoy both of these here at Aquatica. Here's another tip. They do have quick queue here at Aquatica. This is similar to Disney's Fast Pass or Universal's Express. It's $25 for the day, but this will get you into a quick line for the slides, which I noticed today was they were pretty much walk right on. And even the Ray Rush, you'd definitely get on tons of time faster if you had the quick queue. So maybe consider that if you're coming in June or July when it's really busy and the lines are really long. It may be well worth the money to do the quick queue. Coming up ahead of us is the entrance to the Lazy River. And in the Lazy River, you do have to get into an inner tube. And it also connects with their slide called Tassie's Twister. And this is a really cool slide. It's an enclosed slide that you use a tube. You can see everybody in line with the tubes. And you slide down in the tube into this toilet bowl, basically, and then you spin around in the toilet bowl for a while, and then you come out the bottom. So this is a lot of fun. It's a great slide. You can do this in two-person or single rider on the Tassie's Twister. And last up is the Dolphin Plunge slide. This is one of my favorite slides. It's the 2 enclosed slides that we're looking at up here. And they slide through this tank that you see down here where there are Commerson's dolphins. And Commerson's dolphins are black and white dolphins, so they don't look like your typical bottlenose dolphin. I'm going to get up close to the viewing tank so you can see some. There's the dolphins again. I will tell you, it is hard to see the dolphins while you're sliding into the tube because there's a lot of water in the way, but you may get a better viewing area coming over here. But definitely ride the Dolphin Plunge anyway because it's a fun slide. Well everyone, we hope you enjoyed our tour today of SeaWorld's Aquatica. Come check out Ray Rush this summer. It's a really fun slide. And everything else here at Aquatica. I have nothing but great things to say about all the slides here. I like them all. So come check out SeaWorld's Aquatica this summer when you're here in Orlando. If you liked the video, hit like and subscribe down below to see more. Thanks for watching.